Live from the agency inside Mohawk College, this is Behind the Mic. Featuring second-year radio broadcasting students and Ignite radio personalities. We've got your latest entertainment news, gossip, advice, and in-studio guests. Live from the agency inside Mohawk College, this is Behind the Mic.
Welcome to Behind the Mic here at Mohawk College, live from the agency. I'm Mara Conacher. I'm your host for today. Today we're going to be talking about Halloweens, celebs. Can they rock those awesome Halloween costumes or can they not? Some of them are not very flattering. We're going to have lots of entertainment news. The Simpsons says bye to one of their most famous characters. And we'll have more with those stories. And also, Todd Garlow is talking to Melissa Forsythe from KX 94.7. She's a morning show host there and a CCM winner. You're definitely going to want to stick around for that. We'll be back after this.
Where shall I go when I go where I go? Since you have sent me away. And what can I do when I do what I do? You seem to haunt me all day. Now where can I find what I found when I first met you? You were unkind, but I simply can't forget you. Where shall I go when I go where I go? Since you have sent me away. Where shall I go when I go?
Welcome back to Behind the Mic, live from the agency here at Mohawk College. Now let's just dive into it. We've got some awesome entertainment stories for you today, and we're going to kick it off with Chris Brown.
Is he like never not in the news?
Oh, he's never in the news for good things.
That's
It's always
true.
for bad things.
It's true.
So he was arrested for a felony in Washington, D.C. He attacked a random person who's now in the hospital. And
Right.
it was a misprint. They misprinted that he got off. He didn't get off. He's now in jail, and he can't post bail until he meets with a judge in court. And it was funny, too, because I read online that the man who he was the victim of the scenario wasn't even going to press charges. But the fact that Chris Brown wouldn't like take ownership for what he did and wouldn't apologize, he's like, well, now I'm going to press charges on him. So what do you get? Like,
He just the guy just wanted an apology. The guy,
Yeah.
the victim. But then there's also two sides of the story too. When they were going through talking about both, Chris Brown says, "Oh, I didn't really do much. I was trying to stop him from getting on our tour bus." Where the other guy says that Chris Brown assaulted him.
right.
There's two sides to this
Right.
story, and it seems really confusing right now. It's a big
Well, I heard the
mix-up.
victim said that he wasn't really a fan of Chris Brown, so that's like he made like a
So
rude
why was he there?
comment.
Yeah.
No, he was just passing by,
Oh,
and Chris
okay,
Brown was
okay.
posing for a picture with two
Gotcha.
girls, and then the guy said something unfavorable, and Chris Brown got mad because that's what he does, and
Yeah.
isn't that
think
what
maybe-
security guards are for?
Maybe.
Well,
Well, that's true. But I think maybe he needs like to go to anger management or something. Because considering his past, I mean.
Remember when he threw a chair through the window at Good Morning America?
Oh wow.
That
Yeah.
guy is just a mess. Such a
Yeah.
mess. And apparently he's still on probation for his incident with Rihanna.
Really?
So if this does go to court and the judge isn't favorable on Chris Brown, he'd end up spending 4 years in prison.
Well.
Crossing my fingers.
Oh my
That's
gosh.
hilarious. So Mrs. Krabappel,
Oh.
The Simpsons, passed away this weekend,
That's sad.
which is very sad. Marsha Wallace, she passed away, which is very upsetting. So they're gonna have to retire that character and get rid of her.
I never
and-
watched
No more
Simpsons,
ha's
but
anymore.
uh,
Yeah. I can't do it. You do it better. I can't
Oh
do
my
it.
god.
Do it.
I can't do it. It's just ha like that. I can do
Okay, I need to stop laughing
Okay,
right now.
because this isn't a funny topic. It's sad.
No, it is sad.
yeah,
'cause
but
I
at
remember
least her
growing up with
legacy is
The
going to be awesome.
Yes,
Exactly.
She has
yes.
an awesome legacy.
Yeah.
I never watched The Simpsons, but I watched all those like older shows, like Bob Newhart and
Yeah.
Mary Tyler Moore, and so it's gonna be really sad just to realize like she's not here anymore.
Yeah,
Sad.
she's a pretty influential person, I think, in
Yeah.
entertainment, and TV, which is pretty upsetting. But somebody was mentioning earlier that her character is married to Ned Flanders. And then Flanders has already lost his wife.
So he's gonna lose
There's
two wives.
and there's still another character that they're gonna kill off.
He's
this
gonna keep
season
her
of The
indent in the
Simpsons, so-
couch still. He's gonna spray it again and again and again and again until it stays. Because Maud originally there was her indent in the bed, and he would spray it to keep it there. So
Yeah.
same thing for the
That's
couch.
funny.
Oh man, there's been like a lot of really sad deaths actually. Lou Reed from Velvet Underground also passed away this weekend. I'm very upset about that. I grew up on Velvet Underground. I'm a huge Lou Reed fan. So his last album was critically panned, Lulu with Metallica, and there was like the fact that he's only like Velvet Underground. He only had one single in the top 20 ever.
But they were like
And-
the most influential band. Or
Yeah.
something.
They're very influential for
Yeah.
sure, and like the just the sympathy on Twitter
Yeah.
was like
All the
crazy. Like
celebrity
there was, I couldn't remember them all, so I had this printed out. But like comedian Richard Lewis, Samuel L. Jackson says R.I.P. Lou Reed. Just met at the GQ Awards. The music of my generation is still relevant. John Cusack was also quoted. Lou Reed, rest in peace. Always inspired by him. Terrible news. Only knew him through his art. A great singular poet. So, yeah,
It's sad.
Pretty
It's always sad
upsetting.
when someone like of their, like they just like they pass away. It's sad.
yeah,
Someone that influential. passes
Yeah,
away.
especially,
And
like-
you can see the effect they had from
yeah.
your paper there. There was quite a lot of people saying
Yeah.
respects.
Yeah, especially because he was really influential in his time as well. Like he talked about and sang about a lot of topics that were very taboo at that time. Like his partner in life was a transsexual individual, and you know, so he brought out light to that. He wasn't ashamed by it, you know. So I think that he
nice.
broke a lot of barriers in music. So yeah, well, enough of that sad topic. Halloween celebrities.
Yeah.
Ugh. Some of them
Halloween
are
plus
pretty
celebrities.
gross, and I think we have some here that we're gonna look at. Some pictures of celebrities in costumes. No, okay. And Conrad, Justin Bieber.
Oh,
Was Conrad
there we
got his
go.
shirt on again?
Wait.
But this time it was
Oh,
appropriate.
there's a celebrity.
Oh,
There we go.
David Spade as a cat.
Oh, no, he's the fox.
What does the
What
fox
does
say?
the fox
there
say?
I just
My-
watched that video on the
My
weekend. It's
friend
hilarious.
has a pet fox, and I visited her on the weekend and got a video of me asking the fox,
I
what
saw
does it say?
That's so cute. Okay, well, but Justin Bieber was seen without his shirt on in an appropriate way. He was building houses in Guatemala. Good for you, Justin Bieber. Way to go. All right, we'll be right back to Behind the Mic right after this.
Yeah, so that was my trip to Cuba. It's really fun.
That sounds fantastic.
So how have you been?
It's been tough. I've been fighting with depression for a long time.
I've got to. I really have to go, so I'll talk to you later.
Welcome to the agency, live from Mohawk College. Right now, we got some good old-fashioned arguing up for you with He Said, She Said with Steph and Jamie.
I'm Steph Barry, and this is He Said, She Said Behind the Mic live at the agency from Mohawk College.
That's right, this is by the show where Stephanie and I get to argue about things that appeal to us and appeal to the students here at Mohawk College. And this week, our topic is none other than the slutty Halloween costume. Too tame or too slutty? What is it going to be this year? Steph, let's start with you.
I personally think there is a time and a place for slutty costumes. One of those times and places is not coming to college in your slutty costume. But you can do it this Wednesday at Pub. That's another time you can do it then.
I guess, but first off, why would you come to the college in your slutty costume? That just seems really inappropriate and really wrong.
I'm really expecting this Thursday to see a whole lot of people dressed as Miley Cyrus with the foam finger dancing, just like Paris Hilton did this weekend. But Paris Hilton looked good in it, unlike Miley Cyrus.
No, Paris Hilton didn't look that great. Miley Cyrus didn't look great. Paris didn't look that much great either. Slutty costumes are one thing, but it's not necessary to go slutty when it's Halloween. I think you can go tame and still look sexy. There's no reason to be slutty.
But it's that one time when you can have fun and do that, you can bring out that sweet alter ego personality about yourself and put it in front of people, and no one's going to judge you. And you're not just hiding it away in a bedroom for that special someone. You're actually putting it out there and saying, well, this is what I think about myself. This is how I feel. And it's empowering. I do feel it's empowering.
Okay. People do the same thing at Christmas, though, with the slutty elf costumes and the slutty Santa costumes. I mean, there's really no difference. Or, have you seen Easter costumes? Yes, people dress up as a slutty Easter bunny. It's not normal. There's no point in the year where there is not a slutty costume available for you to wear. It's just everywhere, and I don't think Halloween is any exception to the rule that
Halloween is
slutty is not around.
because everybody is dressing up. You don't see that many people dressing up for Easter. I personally have never seen one of these slutty Easter bunnies that you're talking about. But at Christmas time, I do think that that's a time when you shouldn't. That falls into there's a time and a place. You know, Christmas time is about family. It's about the children. It's about the religious side of things. But Halloween is about just generally going out and scaring people. And if you want to dress slutty and you think that's scary to people, that is great. That's empowering. I want to see those slutty bumblebees, those ladybugs, those sailors, the flight attendants, the nurses, and the maids. I want to feel that kind of thing. But at the same time, I want guys to empower them, and I want them to dress a little bit slutty.
This is the first time I think I'm hearing slutty and scary being used in the same sentence, because usually you don't see those things together. They're scary like Jason Voorhees and Freddy Krueger, and they're slutty like what Miley Cyrus was wearing and Paris Hilton. Not that they are that slutty in general, I'm just saying their costumes were slightly slutty.
Well, I know, but I just feel, if you want to go and do that, that is your prerogative.
I guess. We want to know what you guys think. Tweet us at Behind the Mic, hashtag He Said, She Said. Let us know, slutty or not slutty. Are you going to go tame this year, or are you going to go slutty? Let's find out. We'll tell you guys next week what you guys thought. This is Behind the Mic, live at the AGC from Mohawk College. We'll be back in just a minute.
Welcome back to Behind the Mic. We're live at the agency here at Mohawk College, and sitting with me this afternoon, my special guest and morning show host and personality from KX94.7, Miss Melissa Forsythe. Good afternoon. Thank you for coming in.
Good afternoon. Thanks for having me. This is fun.
It is a lot of fun, and we kind of get the community out there and letting people know what's happening with Behind the Mic here and the students at Mohawk College. I want to know, first off, you were awarded CCMA Host and Personality of the Year. How did Bill and you feel actually getting the news right away?
Well, that was an interesting thing because KX94.7 has actually only been on the air for 9 months when that happened.
Right.
So we didn't even think people knew who Toff and I were. But apparently they did, and I was just about to lay down for a nap because us morning show hosts get up at 3:45. Napping is essential. And I was in my bathrobe ready to go and hibernate, and the phone rings and I get a call from Saskatchewan, it was in Saskatoon that year, saying, "You guys won." Well, I think I cried. Have you ever seen somebody cry and laugh and scream all at the same time?
I have.
Only because we were just so surprised. So I would say at this point, that is absolutely still the highlight of my career.
That's fantastic. I want to know, do you think that Mohawk students can get a job at KX94.7?
Absolutely. Well, I'm not the hiring person, but you know what? I'll give you all a good reference. KX94.7 prides itself on being part of the Hamilton community. We, of course, follow closely what's going on at Mohawk, and I'm so thrilled with the program that you have here at Mohawk College. And there's so many other departments at Mohawk College that students can participate in as well. You know, creative writing, production, on the air, just as long as none of the students come along and take my job.
Right, okay. We can't promise that, but we can.
Oh, really?
Can you tell me more, like, what was your first job in radio?
Skywards Traffic. I was one of those annoying traffic girls that all she does is talk about congestion and volume, and I'm still doing it, only they allow me to say a little bit more. But honestly, anybody that's getting into radio, don't ever discount starting out being a traffic reporter, because the connections you make. I was calling into 8 radio stations a day, putting my voice on the air, and that's how I got my job. The program director from The Wave here in Hamilton heard me, and he offered me a full-time position.
That's great.
Yeah.
How important is it to relocate for a job, actually, if you want to be in radio?
it's very important. You should be able to pick up and go wherever you want, as long as you don't have ties. But it's easier to get something where you're a little bit more flexible. But once you get a little bit older and you have kids and you have family, I would never ever be able to relocate because I have my family here. But back then, when I was first starting out, absolutely jump on it and get the experience.
Do you have a favorite artist, somebody that's coming to the station that you found was very memorable, somebody that really made a special moment for
I
you?
love my Canadian country. Canadian country music is the best, and
Amen.
that's because they are approachable, and I think Chad Brownlee's got the best butt. Oh, I'm sorry, voice.
I'll take your
Yeah,
opinion
yeah.
on that. Now, for the listeners out there, do you feel that they get to know you a little bit more through your personality, your sense of humor?
Yeah, I'm between 5:30 and 9 a.m. I am probably the most me I am at any time during the day. Sit back, relax, have fun, and you know what? That's going to make you the absolute best radio or television personality. Just be yourself.
That's fantastic news for everybody that's watching today. Again, I want to thank you, Melissa, for coming in and taking your time. We do appreciate everybody here at Mohawk does. We want to thank you for coming in. And on the way right now, coming up is Gaming with Greg on the agency here at Behind the Mic.
Welcome back to Behind the Mic, live from the agency at Mohawk College, almost. My name is Jamie Harrison. This is Greg Cope. It's Gaming with Greg. Greg, what's going on, buddy?
Not much.
Not much?
Nope.
Let's dive right into it. Pokemon X and Y, which
Yep.
version did you get?
Why?
Y, I got X. How far into it?
Ugh, it was hard to pick.
Hard to pick
but,
Y.
Yeah, I didn't know which Pokemon I liked. It was basically Mewtwo.
The Mewtwo
What
version,
version
that's
did you
right. In the
like?
new game, you get the Mega Evolutions
Yeah.
of some of the older Pokemon, including Bulbasaur, Charmander, Squirtle,
Yeah.
all new forms for them, and Mewtwo, which is
Yeah.
pretty cool.
Yeah.
One of the best new features in the game, though, is definitely Wonder Trade. It's an option where you go online, you
Yeah.
can trade any Pokemon you want, and you'll get a random one back.
I spent like half hour doing it.
I have
And I was
too.
like, I gotta stop.
Have you gotten all the original starters now then?
Yes.
All of them. Have you
Yep.
gotten the new starters from the new games?
Yep.
I have too. I've gotten triples, and triples of the new starters
Wow.
doubles the originals. So yeah, definitely a cool new feature to
Yeah.
check out if you've never played Pokemon before.
Yep.
Another great game that's coming out, Assassin's Creed 4 Black Flag.
Yep. Tomorrow.
Tomorrow, big release. Are you a fan of the Assassin's Creed series?
Yes, but I always end up buying them and then get sick of them within a week and then trade them back in.
Well, that tends to
So,
happen. That
I'm
tends
trying not
happen
to
with,
do that for once.
with some games. I mean, I played the original Assassin's Creed, and as much as I enjoyed it, when I played the sequel, I didn't find that they changed enough for me to want to stick with the series.
Yeah, I can see how that would be a problem for some people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you're definitely going to pick up fourth one?
Eventually.
Eventually?
I'm gonna try to
so
wait for once.
Wait for it to drop in price.
Yeah.
That's the plan.
Yep.
And then PS4 dropping in almost 2 weeks now, maybe 3.
Yeah.
On the 15th of November,
3,
PS4
yeah.
is coming out.
Yep.
And I don't know, I'm definitely going to get it. I have mine pre-ordered. A lot of cool new features. One of the best ones is remote play with the PS Vita.
Yeah, exactly.
The cool thing is PlayStation has assured that all PS4 games will be compatible on the Vita as well. So it's gaming on the go
Yeah,
with
whenever
great
you
graphics.
want, yeah.
Any game you
That's
want
really
that's on
awesome,
PS4.
and it's really crazy they're doing that. It's probably not easy.
You know what? It's a great new feature to add because Nintendo has tried to do that with the Wii U.
Yeah.
And they've kind of succeeded with the tablet that came with it.
A little bit, but not quite. Like,
Exactly.
The range isn't that good on it and stuff like that. So.
And then one last thing, Call of Duty Ghosts coming out as well.
Yep.
New game mode on it, Extinction, an alien survival type co-op mode.
Yeah.
Kind of interesting
That
to see
seems
how they're
really
going to pull
neat.
that off.
Yeah.
Hopefully it's really cool.
Yeah.
All right, that's it for Gaming with Greg. My name is Jamie Harrison.
I'm Greg.
That's right. We'll be back in just a minute for the end of the show. Stick around.
I started off with a cold. My doctor told me I had leukemia.
Madison has a heart defect. They were pretty convinced Madison wasn't going to come home.
I think it's very important for people to come together, help each other out.
We realized the Canadian Blood Services was going to be a major part of our lives for the rest of our lives. She required well over 40 transfusions. You just realized how many people were trying to help save your child's life.
Become a blood donor. Visit blood.ca and book an appointment now.
It's Behind the Mic live from the agency here at Mohawk College, and that's a wrap for today's show. I just want to thank the behind-the-scenes guy from the television broadcasting program here at Mohawk College. If it wasn't for those guys, this show would not be possible whatsoever, and they're doing a great job. I also want to thank my co-hosts, Adam, Steph, Casey, Todd, Greg, Matt.
My name is Jamie.
Oh, Jamie, yeah.
Nice to meet you. It's good to see you.
And our special guest, Melissa Forsythe. Thank you for coming in out of your comfort zone, away from the microphone, in front of a camera. You were a lot of fun today, and thanks to everyone. And don't go anywhere, because you can catch me and my co-hosts on Ignite Radio for the next 15 minutes. We're going to talk about a lot of entertainment news that we didn't get to catch up with today. So make sure you click listen now. You can check us out. Anyways, thanks for watching. We'll see you guys next week. Bye.